What's up, y'all? It's Amir. I'm back with another video today, and in this video I just wanted to touch on something that was weighing on me today, because it's something that I never really thought about outside of just what's in my head, but when I really hear others talk about it, it does something to me. But I understand that it doesn't need to do something to me, and that's how people view you, how people view me as myself and who I am, and how somebody can have this view of you and it can be completely off of what the reality of you is. And a lot of times the things that you show certain people, it isn't the trueness of yourself. So for myself, I know that I'm very surface level with a lot of people, and I used to think that I wanted to be surface level with so many people because I didn't want people to know the real me, because once they knew the real me, then they knew who I was. And it's hard to explain to somebody why you wouldn't want people to know who you truly are, because once they have it, they know it forever. I was a guy that always dedicated myself on being super secretive and not knowing or not having people know too much about who I am as a person. And that was because I like the mystery. I like when people think what is actually going on in his head. But now I've recently just come across something new about that theory. Recently, it's been somebody that I opened up to, and they knew some things about my life. And now that they know things about my life, I thought, okay, they know some things about it. They know what's going on in my life. Now they know who I am. And I talked to them and I spoke to them about who I was, and their perception of who I am is completely different than what it is of myself. And I view what they said to me and said about me as negative. And I never really thought, when you open up to people and you tell people who you are, they can view it a completely different way than what you view it. And now that means that that person has a completely different perception of the person that you are, rather if it's true or not. And it was weighing a little heavy on me for a couple of hours, because it's like, wow, you know all of this stuff about me, and this is what you take from knowing stuff about me. And I couldn't really get over it because I was so stuck on the fact that I actually allowed myself to open up to this person, and it still did nothing for me. It still did me wrong. But what I've come to realize and what I know now is that I can't get stuck up on what somebody believes about me. And that's the same thing for everybody. If you decide to open yourself up to somebody, if you don't decide to open yourself up to somebody, if you decide to have human connections and conversations and relationships with certain people, with everybody, you have to be okay with, or you need to be okay with, whatever they view you as in their head as their reality, because you can't change what people believe about you unless they're willing to change it themselves. If somebody has a set thing, a set way of thinking about you, it's just what it's going to be. You can't fix that, and you can't change it, and you shouldn't want to change it. You should allow people to have free will, free mind, a free way of thinking, because it's them. And the more and more that you try to change it, the more you try to force yourself onto them, force the perception that you have of yourself onto them, it makes it even more tiring and more worrisome of wanting to be that person to them. It's a certain type of way that I view myself, and it's not the way that that person viewed me. And it was hard to really understand and know, why would somebody see me this way when it's completely the opposite way? But it's because of something that's going on with them and their way of thinking. And who's to say my way of thinking is the reality of the situation? Nobody's truth is the real truth when it comes to people. Nobody really knows who somebody is, because you only have bits and pieces of it. People can see the same thing and have different opinions. It's like when you go watch a movie. Two people can see a movie, and two people can have completely different opinions on the movie and what the movie's purpose was. And in all honesty, that's the beauty of us as humans. No matter what you see and what we all see, if we see the same thing, we can all take different things from what we saw. And now you're going to have people that agree with you, but you're also going to have people that don't agree with you. And either is okay. If people see you a certain type of way that you don't see yourself, it's okay. If they view you the way that you view yourself, it's okay. You have to be comfortable with allowing people and wanting people to have an opinion about you, because regardless of whatever happens to you or whatever they think, it's never going to satisfy you, because you're never going to get everybody on board with what you believe about yourself. So what you need to do is just focus on being you, helping yourself, being who you want to be, and making sure that you're who you believe you are. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and when you're done here, and when you leave this earth, if you're okay with who you were as a person, then that's all that really matters. And as long as God is okay with who you were as a person, that's all that really matters. So continue to be you. Don't sugarcoat yourself, because regardless of whatever you do, somebody is not going to see yourself or see you as who you see yourself as. That's all that I got for you guys today. That's just from my eyes to yours. Hope that you guys take what I said in this video and apply it to your real life, because these are things that we all struggle with, perceptions of ourselves. And that's not something that you have to struggle with. You can deal with things in a better manner as long as you try to deal with things in a better manner. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all day. I'm out. Peace.